Welcome back to... Alright, 4 years in a row, it's playoff time in Music City. So we're taking on the Los Angeles Kings in the first round. We're going to look at the LA Kings line. So, I realized it's stupid to look at stats for... That's crazy. It's stupid to look at stats for the regular season for the other teams. So we're just going to look at lines from now on. So they have Gaborik, Kopitar, Toffoli, Brown, Carter, Zykov, Clifford, Marchment, Spencer Watson, and then Mersch, Lawrencell, and Auger. Andre Sekera, Drew Doughty, Alec Martinez, Slava Voinov, Jake Muslin, and Derek Forbert defensively, as well as Bartosak and Quick in the net. So, I'm not looking at regular season stats anymore because it's pointless, because different players are going to play different in the playoffs, so you never know. After the first period, we are tied 2-2. We got a lot of shots. We're up 5-3 now. Not a great defensive game on either side. Okay, they got another one right there. So, not a goaltending game, as you can clearly see. However, we might have just enough to pull this one out 5-4. Alright. Might not read the ice tracker for this either. There's a lot of goals to keep track of. Might just sim right past it. Not a good goaltending game by either side. Really at all. Nothing impressive in the slightest. Not gonna read all that. That's way too much to read. So we just know Shea Weber scored 2 goals, Philip Forsberg got 2 assists. That's basically what's important. And Shea Weber's a +2, probably on both the goals that he scored, which Forsberg probably got the assists on, to be fair, too. So we won Game 1. We're going to head into Game 2 now. HL regular season end. We are in the playoffs from the looks of it. I don't really care, though. I don't even check it after the regular season or the playoffs are over in the NHL. So. Alright, Game 2. Nothing after 1. Alright, the Kings are up 1-0 after 2. They have more shots than us, but, alright, we got one on Jonathan Quick finally. He took us 28 shots. And then we got another shortly after that, David Backes. And then Andrew Shaw gets another, turning into it was a bad 2 minutes for Jonathan Quick, and that's 4. And that's going to be a win. So, Jonathan Quick has a bad 2-minute lapse right there. It's not even 2. It's slightly less than 2 minutes. He gives up 3 goals. He gave up 2 of them in 35 seconds. So, it's probably a first-line shift, second-line shift, and then a third-line shift after. That's funny. And then a fourth-line shift later on. So, we had a player from every line score in that game. And Forsberg adds to his point total in that game. And Shea Weber also picked up an additional point for himself. We scored 9 goals in the playoffs so far, and that was really a bounce-back game for our goaltending right there. So, solid performance. I'm gonna do Milwaukee's lines really quick. I'm just gonna do the norm that's we've been doing throughout the entire season. All right, Game 3 in LA. So we're up 1-0 after 1. We're up 3-0 after 2, going into the third period. 10 minutes left in the game. Oh no, they scored one right before that. Dustin Brown got one. We're on the power play, didn't capitalize. 2 minutes left, 1 minute, and we're gonna win that one too. So we're up 3-0 in this series so far. Great performance, back-to-back performances by Varlamov. In the last about 50 shots he's faced, he's only given up 2 goals. So that's a good sign, especially after that first game where it was 4 goals on 30 shots or something, not even 30 shots. So Forsberg picks up a couple points that game, and Seth Jones picks up another assist, so that's good. Game 4, now, even though we are up 3-0, and the Kings have not been good at all, really, besides that first game, they haven't been good. And that was only because they scored a lot of goals. Now Grigorenko's out. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to put Freiberg up. And that's all I'm going to put Lemieux up too. So they should be able to steal one at home, though. You never know. So we're up 1-0 after one. Shea Weber scores, and then after two, we're still up 1-0. It's only a 1-goal game though, and I don't know. It's still up for grabs. 5 minutes left. All right, we got another one right before the 5-minute mark. Colin Wilson, and looks like we're gonna get 40 shots this game almost, and a shutout to end it all off. So after scoring 4 goals in the first game, they don't even get that in the last 3 games combined, and they don't even score in this game. A 19-save shutout, not super impressive, but is a shutout nonetheless for Semyon Varlamov. So we finish off the series strong. Shea Weber from Forsberg and Duchesne, and then Colin Wilson from Duchesne and Backes, and we sweep the LA Kings. I believe we had a sweep in 3 of the last 4. I think we had a sweep last year too. So we've been dominant in at least one round of the playoffs every year. I believe the first season we went 8-0 in the first 2 rounds. So I don't remember if the dub was the one we just went back to or if it was the Q. I'm gonna go back to the Q again though. I feel like it was the dub that we went back to before. I'm gonna check GM Tracker. Can't quite upgrade assistant coach yet. I don't think. Wait, could I? I might have been able to. Oh yeah, we can. So all that stuff's good. We're gonna sim up to the next round, and then we're gonna look at our player stats in the first round. So we outscored our opponent in every game. We had a really good offense. The only game where we didn't score 3 or more goals was this last game, and that was because we only scored 2. It wasn't like we didn't score any. So Franzen's also going to be back for the next round, so we're going to check this really quick. We're going to move Chapman down and put Franzen in here. I don't know if that was what I wanted to do. Oh, partly we can scratch. Okay. And I don't know what Backes did in that first round. We got time to check though without running over. He had 5 points. So let's leave Backes there, and we'll keep Franzen off the power play for. No, we need Franzen there. He's our top point getter. We'll take Seth Jones off the power play, so it'll be just like the first couple years when we had Ryan Ellis. We'll put Franzen in here, which also works out because I believe he's a right-handed shot and Yossi's left-handed. So. That works out even better. I don't know why. I don't know if it's Backes on the power play point. Might try that out next year if we keep Backes, although I don't picture us keeping him. So Johnson, and I don't want Franzen on here, so it's fine. And that's fine. Okay, so just gonna keep simming. Looks like the Game 7s were just played, or at least a part of them. Alright, we're taking on Winnipeg. That's a new opponent. Looks like they're on a pretty easy run to the finals, or to the Western Conference Finals. We faced a 40-win team and now a 43-win team. And we'll check our player stats playoff. Team stats in the playoffs are kind of a crapshoot because it's only going to really matter for teams that make it to the second round and beyond, which would only be 8 teams at that point. So Forsberg led us in points. Duchesne was close behind him. Backes was also up there with 5 himself. Seth Jones had 4. Weber had 4, 3 of which was goals, which is the team lead. Kucherov only had 2. Not greatest, but still serviceable. 2 points for Shaw. Wilson had 2 points. Tyler Johnson only had an assist, which is weird because usually he's a big playoff performer. At least last year, I remember he had a really good playoff series. He had like 26 points in 17 games or something ridiculous like that. So, we're going to look at Winnipeg real quick. The team with a million goalies in the minor leagues. That's not the right one. Need view lines. Under coaching, I always screw that up at least once during the playoffs. Alright, Winnipeg. So they got Ladd, Scheifele, Wheeler, Ehlers, Little, Kosmachuk, Stafford, Perreault, Frolik, Toulouse, Martin, Condra. So deep team, deep team. Even their fourth line's got a good player on it, Leary, Toulouse. Buffuglia, Myers, Enstrom, Truba, Graves, Morrissey. Defense definitely the strength of their team, it looks like. Still not as good as ours, but it looks like they're a very good team. Very well-balanced, deep team. And they got Hutchinson and Pavlich, so it really doesn't matter who they have in the goal. They're solid. It looks like Hutchinson was in there for most of the first round. We got to worry about their studs, though, like Mark Scheifele. So, and Bufuglian. So they're up 1-0 after 1. They're up 4-0 after 2. We're probably going to want to forget about this game. We lost 4-1. Not a memorable game. Not a memorable game. I didn't check Varlamov's stats, but I saw he was in the top for goals against and save when I went over. So we lost our first game of the playoffs. No big deal. No big deal. It was against a pretty good team, and they just played a really good game. So they got what they wanted. They won a game on the road to start out the series. So, and Scheifele got a point for them. So let's hope now that we can take this one. So we're up 1-0 after 1. Mike Richards, fourth liner. All right, 2-0. Tyler Johnson gets a goal right there. All right, Tyler Meyer scored for them on the power play. But we have 10 minutes left to go. We're still up. 5 minutes. 3, 2, 1. All right, we won that one. 2-1. Close at the end. But Varlamov really bounced back in that game after a bad second period last game. So let's see. All right, Richards from Franzen, Johnson from Weber, and Backus. So Backus has been our big playoff performer for us. We might have to consider bringing him back now. All right. Game 3, we're on the road in Winnipeg. I don't know what their arena name is, but we're tied 0-0 after 1. They scored 1. Yuri Tlusty, fourth liner. Power play, no. Nothing going. 10 minutes left. Come on. Penalty kill. Oh, that was a long one. And it looks like we're going to lose this one, too. So we lost back-to-back. No, we didn't lose back-to-back. We're down 2-1 is the point I'm trying to get at right here. So unplug freaking. I got a USB hub, and it's Velcroed to my computer, but the Velcro, two pieces of Velcro together are two different shapes. So sometimes like it'll start ripping away from it'll start ripping the Velcro away because the one attached to the computer is circular, and the one attached to the hub is square. So I gotta unplug the stuff that's out of it sometimes. It's really stupid. Wish I had more working USB ports. Game 4, down 2-1. We're also down 2-1 after the first period. We're down 2-1 in the series, well though. All right, we're down 4-1 after. Oh, we tied it up in the third period. What happened here? What a comeback! What a comeback! It was 4-2, and then Hutchinson just really choked right there. So we're taking it in overtime. This would be a huge momentum swing in the series if we could capitalize in overtime right here. Alright, we killed that penalty. Kill this penalty too. Alright, we're headed into the second overtime, which means it's going to end really soon. And they took it. Matt Martin. Matt Martin? Really? Matt Martin scored a goal? He wasn't even in their lineup. They must have made a They must have made a change. Like someone got injured after game 1. Damn, that would have been a big momentum swing. Now we're down 3-1. I don't know if we can come back. This team might not have won a lot of games, but they're good. I'm not reading all that again. Alright, we really choked it right there. So, that game 1's really turning out to be the difference. Mark Scheifele's just fucking destroyed us, too. Like, he has a shit ton of points in this series. Alright, so we gotta win 3 in a row. This one's at home. Let's at least win this, or attempt to win this. Alright, after 1 we're up 2-0, Forsberg and Kucherov. They got 1 in that period. Ehlers. I just really don't want to lose in front of the home fans, especially after getting to the Western Conference Finals last year. 5 minutes left, and alright, we got an empty netter even. So good game. 32 or 31 saves for Varlamov. Was just enough to get the job done, as we got a 3-1 victory. And we won a game, even though they had a chance to close it out, they didn't. It was on the road for them, but still, not an opportunity they capitalized on right there. So Forsberg from Franz and Kucherov from Duchesne Forsberg, Ehlers from Kosmachuk and Perot, and Franzen from Duchesne and Weber. Alright. There was a little recording flub, it just stopped, but I just checked. I got up to this last game we played where we won. So, game 6 right here, going up against Winnipeg. Alright, we gotta win this game to stay alive. So we're tied, or we're up 3-2 after 2. Yossi and Tyler Johnson scored that period. If we can win this game, we have all the momentum. They blew 2 closeout opportunities, and it's a game 7, which means anything can happen, pretty much. And Tyler Johnson wins that one. Andre Pavlich is in the net, which is interesting because I was checking. Hutchinson has like the top save percentage and goals against besides Varlamov in this playoffs. So, well, I think one has goals. One had goals against. One had save. And the other was number 2 in those categories. So Backus from Weber, Kosmachuk from Perot and Enstrom, Johnson from Forsberg and Weber, Yossi from Wilson, Tyler Johnson again. So it looks like he's picking it up. He had a multi-point game there. Game 7, we are in Nashville now. After this comeback, we've pulled off to this point. We gotta win this game. Well, we have to win this game anyway, but this is a game you have to win. Come on. Alright, we're up 2-1 after 1. We're up 3-1 after 2. We can cap off this comeback here. 15 to go in the third. Alright, they got 1. So just keep it close. Don't let them catch up completely. 5 minutes left. Alright, we got another. Steve Downey with another huge goal. He scored a lot of big goals for us. And we are off to the Western Conference Finals for the third straight year. And that's going to be the next episode. Or not third, I'm sorry. 3 out of the last 4 years. This is a third of the last 4 years that we're going to make it to the Western Conference Finals. And this time, hopefully, we can actually win. We're going to see who we're going to face and look at our player stats. And then next episode will be who we, the actual matchup. So, we're going to go 1 or 2 more days here. So it's the San Jose Sharks, the 2-time defending Stanley Cup champions. They're just a playoff team, I guess. We have not had this is the most win team we've actually faced in the playoffs, and it's only 44. So 2 Stanley Cups in a row for the Sharks, and they're looking to make it. They're looking to make it 3. That would pretty much make them a dynasty at this point. So. We're going to look at our player stats in the playoffs. It looks like Forsberg is our points leader. So, maybe some. Hold on. Okay. Alright, so Forsberg and Weber are only real point per game players, and Weber's not really point per game. But Jones has 8, Backus has 8, Duchesne has 7, Wilson has 6, Downey 5, 4 goals though. Kucherov only has 5, Yossi has 5, Johnson has 5, Franzen has 4 in 7 games, Craig Smith has 3. So a really balanced scoring team. Only 2 players full-time don't have points, and that's Sissons and Edmondson. So that's pretty good, I'd say. And Varlamov 194 goals against, 8-3 in the playoffs, 935 save percentage and a shutout in ridiculous stats. So. Next episode is going to be the matchup between the Nashville Predators and the San Jose Sharks. Thanks for watching, everyone.